a main character with only one name, and a sidekick named Hawk. Here we go. Hey everybody, I'm Rick. This is the show where we talk about movies and TV shows, and today I've got another good and often underrated TV show for you. This is Spenser for Hire. This is a wonderful TV show. It's based on the Robert B. Parker books about Spenser, the private investigator in Boston, and his often sidekick and former adversary Hawk, played by Avery Brooks. This is a great show, and if you haven't seen this, even though it's a little older, I say check it out. Here's why.
Okay, so Spenser for Hire is an American crime drama television series, and it's based on Robert B. Parker's Spenser novels. The series, which was developed for TV by John Wilder, stars Robert Urich and Avery Brooks. It was broadcast on ABC from September 20th, 1985 until May 7th, 1988. Unfortunately, there were frequent time slot changes and occasional preemptions, and that caused the show to garner less than stellar ratings. It's been said that location shooting ultimately led to the show's demise, with the cost being cited as one of the main reasons why ABC canceled it. The show was filmed largely in Boston, which was considered one of the show's strong points. It featured shots from many locations, even showing the harsh winters there, notably in the pilot. Now, the series was estimated to have generated $50 million for the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Now, for the characters in this TV show, again, Spenser was played by Robert Urich, and Spenser is the only name used for the character throughout the show. While it's clear in the novel that Spenser is the character's last name, this is not made clear in the TV series until Season 3, Episode 1, titled Homecoming. According to a popular rumor, Parker was going to name the character David after one of his sons, but changed his mind out of consideration for his other son, Daniel. It's revealed that Spenser fared poorly in a professional boxing fight 12 years prior, which might have contributed to him leaving the profession. However, he still boxes and exercises at Henry Simoli's gym. He's well-read, often quoting poetry in everyday conversation. He's also an excellent cook, often making recipes he picks up from watching Julia Child on his kitchen counter television. Spenser lives in Boston and drives distinctive cars. His first, a mildly worn-out ivy green '66 Mustang, possibly a nod to Steve McQueen's Mustang in Bullitt. Now, this car is destroyed at the beginning of the second season, and it's succeeded by a new, at that time, 1987 Mustang 5.0 GT, which, 9 episodes later, is traded for a perfectly restored '66 Mustang GT, which gets banged up over the remaining run of the show. In the show, Spenser carries a Beretta 9mm pistol, whereas in the books his weapon of choice is a Browning high-power 9mm, along with a .38 caliber sub-nose revolver for casual carry. Hawk is played by Avery Brooks. He's the streetwise black kid who grew up to become a smartly dressed enforcer. Though he is for hire, he has a code of ethics. In the pilot episode, titled Promised Land, he and Spenser obviously have respect for each other, and he switches over from King Powers, who is played by Chuck Connors, side to Spenser's side when he does not like the way Powers is doing things. Hawk carries a Colt Python 357 Magnum as his weapon of choice. Also in the series is Lieutenant Quirk, played by Richard Jekyll. Quirk and Spenser have an uneasy, somewhat adversarial relationship, but often work together. Again, this series consisted of 3 seasons from 1985 to 1988, a total of 66 episodes. It was also followed by a series of 4 made-for-TV movies. Now, as far as home media is concerned, in June of 2005, Rykodisc released the 4 TV movies on DVD that were made following the cancellation of the weekly series. In 2007, Rykodisc re-released each of them separately. In August of 2014, Warner Brothers released the first season on DVD via their Warner Archive collection. This is a manufacture on demand, or MOD, release, available through Warner's online store and Amazon.com. And Warner Brothers' website explained that the initial disc run was pressed traditionally to meet expected high consumer demand. The second season was released in May of 2015, and the third and last season was released September of 2015. Now, there's been other iterations of Spenser since then, but I'm just concentrating on the original, and mainly the TV series, not necessarily the 4 movies. This was a really likable show, and I do hate the fact that the multiple time slot changes hurt this TV series. It has a small cult following, and surely anybody who follows the works of Avery Brooks definitely remembers him. Now, I myself have read the novels, and because I was exposed to the TV series first, when I'm reading it, in my head, it's Robert Urich and Avery Brooks. And when you just come down to it, for certain TV and movie roles, certain people are just made for those roles. Now, I don't have any problem with newer iterations of actors playing Spenser, but for whatever reason, no one can live up to the portrayal of Hawk. Avery Brooks is Hawk. Now, this TV show had some notable guest stars who would have been young up-and-comers when they were cast on the show, such as Angela Bassett, Ruby Dee, Lawrence Fishburne, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Seth Green, Samuel L. Jackson, Eric LaSalle, William H. Macy, and Ving Rhames, just to name a few. Now, in addition to being a crime drama, if you haven't watched any of the episodes of Spenser for Hire, Robert Urich narrates throughout the show as if he's reading right off the pages of the books themselves. I always liked that, and that's what differentiated it from other crime dramas. It was pretty sad that the series got canceled. I don't think it got a fair shake. I am glad that it was released on DVD. I'm not sure if it's still in print or it's still available on demand either. If you can get this or stream it, consider yourself extremely lucky. Now, I'll say this about the DVDs. It's just basic picture and sound. The images are not horrible. There is no dirty negatives or any bad transfer. So you're getting good quality there, but there are no extras. It's just the TV series and that's it. Packaging, I would give it a 3. It's just your basic DVD cases with the DVDs inside. Picture and sound, I'm going to say 2.5. These are old transfers. They were not shot in high definition, not even for basic DVD or Blu-rays up to this date. Content, unfortunately I can only give it a 2 because, as I mentioned, there is no extras whatsoever on here. So overall, this would get a 2.5. Not the worst score in the world, but this is probably something that, if you're a big fan like me, you'll forgive it not having any extras because you're more or less just interested in the content. If you're only casually aware, or you don't necessarily want it and you can find it to stream just for the episodes, I would go in that direction. But if you are wanting the physical disc, then just know that it's pretty bare bones. As I mentioned, there were 4 TV movies with the core cast, and there are some other iterations of Spenser. I'm going to go over the 4 TV movies in a separate video. I don't know whether or not I will do the more modern iterations of Spenser. If you'd like me to, leave a comment below and I will try to get that going for you.
Alright guys, that's Spenser for Hire. Like I said, if you haven't seen this show, check out at least a few episodes. I think you'll like what you see. It might seem a little dated because it was back in the 80s, but it's a great show. Great actors, great chemistry. Can't say enough good things about it. Alright, that's all the time I've got. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. That way you never miss an episode. I got good content coming in the future, so get on board. Thank you so much for watching. Stay positive, stay blessed. I'll see you again soon.